DJ with another.
This is the King Boy channel right here. Today we here to put these valence on in my truck right here. My valence, I broke my valence with my old set of wheels and I never had it fixed. And so like one side of the valence is like hanging down a little bit more than the other side. And it really starting to bother me a lot because like when I turn all the way to the left, it rubs like crazy. Like that, especially with my new wheels on, it's catching that valence that's hanging and it's about to pull it off. As you can see right here, the side of the valence right here is hanging. It was broke before, and it was hanging like this right here. And then when I put my new wheels on, it caught this piece right here, and it just broke all the mounts. So you can see right here. I don't know if you can see this crack right here, but it's all busted and stuff. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to replace all that right there. But I got a new valence right here. As you can see, that's the new valence right there. Now I ain't gonna lie, for a 2004, 2008 F-150, well, I should say 2006 to 2008, these valences right here, if you get the kind with the gaps in there, they are significantly more higher. I can tell you that right there, like a good much higher. And it's for a piece of plastic. Now I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of overpriced for a piece of plastic. But hey, we finna get down on it, put them on, and I'm gonna cut the valence up because I'm gonna have to cut the valence to get the wheels to clear. But hey, when you trying to get so quality, a lot of people would just drill holes and zip tie or whatever. But when you trying to get so quality, you want everything pristine. So let's get to it. As you can see right here, I had to take the fog light out right here. I don't know if you can see real good, right clear right here, but you can see there's some mounts right here, like some bolts, like 8mm. All these bolts are 8mm. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you got to take the fog light housing out too. There's also a safety bracket. I'm assuming that's what it is. That goes across from mounts on one of these holes right here and go across right there. That little piece right there, you gotta take that out to get behind these bolts right here. And you also gotta take the fog light housing out to get those bolts too. But when you take those out right here, that'll give you availability to all the side mounts. I gotta take the fog light housing on this side out, and I gotta take the mount right here. But other than that, after I get it done with that, we'll fast forward to that. As you can see right here, take the front valence off. You have 4 bolts right here. You have this bolt right here. If I can get my camera in here. There's a bolt right here, bolt in the middle, and a bolt right there. And then you also gotta take your fog light housing out to reach the bolts that's behind this piece right here, behind there. And you also got, as you can see, you got 1, 2, 3. You got bolts right here. You got 5 bolts right here. And then you got the other side. So that's how you take the valence off right there. Truck kind of looks funny without the front valence though. You know, I always thought about like, if I take the front valence, how it look like. Now looking at it, yeah. Yep, I see why you got front deflector, because it definitely don't look right without it. So, hey, one thing I can say about aftermarket pieces is that's the OEM right there in the bottom right here. That's the aftermarket on top. As you can see, the aftermarket right there look like it's smaller, but it's not actually smaller. It's carried up. It's like it's honestly like the plastic must have carried up during the shipping or something, or been compressed. But I'm definitely gonna have to try to pull that plastic out, the new aftermarket out, so that it fit flush. Because as you can see, it's definitely not flush. But I mean, that's kind of what you expect when you order aftermarket stuff. It never always be true OEM. And you can see right here, it's not really true OEM. It's got a little carrier to it. As you can see right here, there's a 8-inch gap right there on both sides. This little gap is not that much noticeable, but as you can see, that's just some of the things that I noticed with aftermarket and OEM. As you can see right here, it also don't line up right here either. It's like a slight gap right there. I had to actually pour the plastic some to get the mounts to line up. But other than that right there, everything looked pretty flush. It looks like OEM. Oh, also, if you have tow hooks, if you actually have your tow hooks in, as you can see right here, you notice the gaps is off because this piece right here is supposed to slide between that right there, between the frame. And as you can see right there, the gaps is actually slightly off. Now, that may not bother you. That don't bother me that much because I don't plan on putting them tow hooks in anyway. But if you want to keep your tow hooks in, that may bother you right there because as you can see, there is a slight gap all the way down right here. But I mean, I guess that's the risk that you have to take with aftermarket versus OEM. Me personally, it don't really bother me because like you have to really be looking at that for you to pay attention to that or see that. But other than that right there, everything lined up pretty decent. I got it on, and yeah, it's time to get ready to start cutting on it. As you can see right here, this is the finished product right here. I had to cut the end out right there on each side, the corner on this side. As you can see, you can barely tell it, but it's a pretty smooth cut. Walk around this side right here. Had to do the same thing on this side too. Pretty smooth cut. So, also when you cut your valence, I see people use knives and stuff like that. The best way to use is like a Dremel or like a grinder or something, because you can get a better edge on it. It's always when you cut, you want to cut it in an angle like this right here, so it looks like fractured. You don't want to just cut straight across or straight up and down. You want to cut in an angle so it flows. As you can see right here, if somebody wasn't really paying attention, they couldn't even tell my bone was been cut. But yeah, this is the finished part of everything, and it turned out pretty good.